The body comes before the mind. Most people don't realize this, but the majority of our vital energy is wasted every single day. Not because we lack energy, but because we've been taught to fight against our own body. From an early age, we're told that everything begins in the mind. That first you think, then you feel, and only afterwards does the body respond. But both science and lived experience point in a different direction. Most of the time, the body reacts before the mind is even aware. The body doesn't wait for conscious decisions. It acts first. Before a single deliberate thought appears, the brain has already received signals from the heart, the breath, the muscles, and the hormonal system. These signals reach the older, deeper parts of the brain, the areas responsible for survival, emotion, and motivation. Only later does conscious thought arrive, trying to explain what is already happening. This is why you don't link yourself into anxiety. Your body enters a state of alert, and the mind then builds a story around it. This is why motivation doesn't come from willpower alone. Your physical state shifts first, and the mind labels it as drive, fatigue, or resistance. And the mind labels it as drive, fatigue, or resistance. And the mind labels it as drive, fatigue, or resistance. And the mind labels it as drive, fatigue, or resistance. Have you ever woken up feeling drained and almost immediately started questioning your direction in life? In many cases, that wasn't a philosophical crisis. It was a dysregulated body trying to function. And this brings us to something rarely explained with clarity sexual energy. The term itself causes confusion because this is not simply about sex. It's about libido. From a scientific perspective, libido refers to the body's baseline level of motivational energy. It's closely linked to hormones such as dopamine, testosterone, and estrogen chemicals that regulate focus, initiative, confidence, curiosity, and vitality. When libido is low, people don't just lose sexual desire. They lose enthusiasm. Interest fades. Life feels heavier. When libido is high but unregulated, another problem appears. Anxiety, restlessness, impulsive behavior. But when libido is both high and regulated, something rare emerges in modern life: presence. This energy does not originate in thought. It originates in the body. Hormones don't ask permission from the intellect. They alter posture, breathing, tone of voice, and eye contact long before conscious reasoning steps in. That's why two people can say similar things. One is internally coherent. The other is fragmented. Modern environments constantly stimulate the body but rarely teach regulation. Screens, notifications, instant gratification, chronic tension. The nervous system remains activated without direction. And here's a crucial point. Physical arousal without emotional regulation becomes psychological anxiety. People assume something's wrong with their minds. Often, the body simply doesn't feel safe. When vital energy is discharged automatically without awareness, the body depletes itself. And when the body is depleted, mental clarity disappears. But there is another pathway. When this energy is sustained and directed, the body begins to guide the mind. Breathing slows. Posture reorganizes itself. The nervous system exits survival mode. Only then does thinking change. This isn't mysticism. It's physiology. This is why physical movement improves mood, why posture influences confidence, why sleep can completely transform perception and decision-making. In most cases, the body comes before the mind. When body, emotion, and thought enter coherence, people describe something they often call magnetism. But magnetism isn't forced charisma. It's internal alignment. Other bodies perceive this instinctively. This is also why this energy relates to prosperity. Progress and success require more than good ideas. They require the physical and emotional capacity to sustain effort, uncertainty, and responsibility over time. Without regulated dopamine, motivation collapses. Without hormonal balance, initiatory phages. Without a coherent body, the mind turns against itself. The same energy many people waste on short-term impulses could support long-term projects, grounded decisions, and genuine presence. And when we talk about healing, precision matters. This is not about miracles. It's about restoration. Much of modern suffering comes from a body that is constantly activated and never regulated. When the body regains a sense of internal safety, emotions stabilize. And when emotions stabilize, the mind stops generating unnecessary conflict. That is functional healing. Perhaps the most important point of all is this. This energy does not change who you are. It amplifies what is already there. It doesn't create character. It reveals it. That's why working with the body, libido, and vital energy requires maturity. This is not about controlling thoughts. It's about inhabiting your body consciously. Because when the physical aligns, the emotional follows. And when the emotional stabilizes, the psychological becomes clear. This isn't magic. It's applied human science. And very few people explain it this way.